Hey everyone, Travis here on day 2 of the summer split, week 2, joined by Sneaky, Cloud9. Sneaky, you guys just beat LMQ in what was possibly the most hyped match of this week, and also just a really ridiculous one. There's a lot of back and forth in that game. At one point in time, you guys had like 2 inhibitors down and one of your Nexus turrets. What was going on in that game just on the comms and then the conversation? Were you guys freaking out? Were you like, just going to slowly let them take our base and then fight back?
We weren't freaking out and we weren't doing that.
Yeah.
We weren't like, oh yeah, passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just thinking that we could win fights, but we had to poke really hard beforehand. So I was trying to hit as many rockets as I can on Zyra and LeBlanc, and I was able to. So we were able to get those fights in. Actually, I think we caught out more a lot on Zyra. He died a few times, and that led to a big turnaround.
Now, I did see the the young Poe Belter, discuss. He felt like the Kha'Zix pick was kind of weird because he just felt as though it's kind of weird to pick Kha'Zix into LeBlanc. Was there, what do you have any insight into why that pick was made, or why you guys went with the Kha'Zix?
Um, Hai really likes Kha'Zix. It's been his favorite champion in the game for like since season 3-ish when it was super popular, and I don't know. I guess there also weren't many junglers left for No Name to play, so we took away Lee and Kha'Zix. So that's basically it. Not giving away too much of that info.
Now on the now on the other hand, I don't know. I just thought that like what okay at the end of that game, what was going on? Like, why did you guys let it, or how did you guys let it get so close to a loss for you?
Um, I think we just had to make trades to be able to get back in the game. We knew we were behind a decent amount just from the early game between dragons and turrets and stuff, and the bad matchup mid. So we knew we had to trade to get back in the game, and that's what we did. We took dragons when they were taking our inhib. It's a pretty good time.
Yeah.
But it's all necessary stuff to actually win the game.
Yeah, I did think it was. There were some interesting moments in that game. One of which was in the top lane. You guys had it. It looked like it was all over, and then there's some crazy play. I think Hai got a triple kill and was able to sort of clear the board for the most part of the LMQ. Do you think that was like the turning point?
Clear the board, the Hearthstone term.
It's not just a Hearthstone term. Clearing the board is like every term. You nerd.
Oh yeah. You've been playing too much Hearthstone.
I'm not. I don't even know what that game is. Is that I thought that was like the whatever.
The recall in WoW. Yeah. Okay. So that fight was basically started just from us chasing them and ball TPing in, and then we were chasing them down, and I think they double circled us with Nunu Zyra, so we couldn't really chase that far. And then I ended up killing Zyra, and that allowed Hai to jump in, and then I died for that to LeBlanc and Lucian, and then Hai was basically calling for another kill to happen. He's like, I need a kill, otherwise we lose this fight. And then Lemon ended up killing Vasily, which turned around the entire thing. Hai knew you could kill them all, and that's what happened.
Now, there's been so much discussion around LMQ and a lot of. I think C9 is probably the team that comes up most often when there's a discussion around LMQ about comparisons and if LMQ is going to sort of usurp the Cloud9 throne and all that kind of thing. What do you think that match tells, like, if anything, about the relationship between you two? Is like people have said you guys are a little bit weak and you're climbing back into strength again. Do you think that you guys won that because you are like really good and it was a huge challenge to beat LMQ, or do you think that you guys are still getting strong and in a couple weeks they won't be that much of an issue for you?
I think we're still getting better. Our practice has been going really well, and if we can keep that up, we'll be super strong. But LMQ is also a really good team, so they could do the same thing and end up beating us next time we face them. So, I don't know, we just kind of have to see how it goes. And this week was just a really good showing from us, I think.
Yesterday, I interviewed Crumbs, who suggested that he felt as though CLG was going to be one of the biggest threats this year for them, or the split. And obviously, when we see Dig doing so well, we see you guys doing so well. Now that you're swinging back, what do you think? I think so many people are trying to figure out like who are the good teams right now. Like in the NA LCS, it feels like we're over in Europe. What do you think right now are like the really big powerhouses?
At the moment, right now, I think Dignitas, CLG, and LMQ and us are the powerhouses.
Okay.
So 4 basically. So it's really hard to determine who's going to come out on top right now.
So then right now you would put TSM in the bottom 4.
I would, just because they haven't been playing well this week, and maybe next week they'll come back and be number 1. Who knows?
Do you expect to see a lot of that over the course of the season, just like teams popping in and out?
I do expect a lot of it, just because all of us are improving, and it's basically making the entire region really weird for determining results.
Yeah. Do you think this is good news for us when it comes to Worlds?
It definitely is good news, because if everyone's getting strong and we're, like, specifically us, just because we haven't lost so many matches in the past, if we're losing a lot more matches, but we're getting better ourselves and we know that, then the entire region as a whole will get stronger. But if we're, like, just playing bad and losing matches like we did the first week, then it won't help anything.
Someone is knocking on the door to this room, and I don't really know what they expect, because like if I'm doing an interview, I can't like be like, oh, 1 second, I'll be right here. I'm just gonna go answer the door. But I guess maybe that's a sign that we shouldn't wrap up, because somebody might just come busting through the door in a second. Do you have any shout-outs, plugs, anything you want to say here at the end?
Oh, yeah. Thanks to HyperX, Logitech, Air Force Reserve, and Alienware.
Check out the rest of our coverage of all things LCS. Thank you so much, by the way, Stinky, at ongamers.com.